I'm adding this at the front of the video. I forgot to mention you can exchange your Spectre Core with 160 energy up to 3 times a day. So make sure you go ahead and do that every single day. Very, very important. You can pretty much stock up on this if you really want to. But again, you are limited to only 3 times a day with your, normal energy. Otherwise, you are going to have to go ahead and use leaves or Sky Stones to basically get these Spectre Cores. It is very, very important, right? Again, no rush to really farm it. You could stock up if you really want to, because the max is going to be 30. But again, I want to add this into the front of the video because I think it's important that you make sure to buy your 3 a day. It's very, very good content. So I really want to make sure you actually, stock up on it and do not miss out on it. But hopefully you enjoy the video. Welcome back, everybody, back in the video. Today we are inside the Otherworld Breach. If you have not figured out a team yet, I'm going to be showing you one that's very, very easy. It is going to be Brig, Fene, and Ameru. Now, I'm going to get a question already. Is Ameru worth picking for the Otherworld Breach? Honestly, no. You don't really need Ameru, but she does make this much, much faster than it typically is. So, Brig is just going to be a normal Brig build. Nothing special. I should give him some real gear, but he's been that gear ever since I pulled him. Fene is going to be a Rage Fene, right? It's just okay. Nothing special about her whatsoever. And then lastly is going to be Ameru. Ameru is literally just here to bring dual attacks. Now, in terms of artifacts, I would literally go ahead and give her a Warhorn. Probably best in slot for Ameru. Honestly, she's very, very good when it comes to PvE, actually, right? Ameru bringing the highest ally attack is very, very good on her S1. That's really, really good. Now, let's get into the content. Now, again, this team goes by really, really fast. So, let's go ahead, and I'm going to let this go. All right, we're going to go ahead and let it go. We're going to do some runs while we do talk about the Otherworld Breach. So, Otherworld Breach. Honestly, I was expecting it to be a little bit harder, but I completely understand why it's easy. It's actually pretty easy. Like, way easier than Rift. Alright? Because we are not, like, really attribute locked here or anything, so there's not really much to worry about like Rift. But it is completely understandable. Brand new sets, I expected them not to really make it harder to farm the brand new sets, so they probably made it easier. But there's also probably another reason why they made it easier is because people did complain about it being, some content being new hard, and they didn't really want to mess with it. There's a lot of things they could have done, but, hey, I'm not really complaining. It's easy. It is what it is. I'm fine with it. You can hold up to about 30, right? The max is going to be 30 Spectre Cores, which is understandable. And 30 is the max, but keep in mind, the 30 is going to be traveling from the Otherworld Breach all the way to Hunts. So you have to make up your mind, do you want to farm Otherworld Breach or do you want to farm Hunts? It's really up to you at that point. You're going to have to pick and decide which one. I will be uploading the Hunts later on, the Otherworld Hunts, right? There's about 5 of them. I'm going to be uploading all of them if I could. We'll see. We'll see. Got a lot of days of videos, right? But let's talk about it more. So there are 2 things that has to happen. In this Otherworld Breach, the gear has to be shiny. Keep in mind, it has to be shiny. If it's not shiny all around, it is not going to be high rolling. So keep that in mind. That is very, very important. Don't get fooled. Not the 32 gears gold shiny. It's literally shiny nonstop when you look at it and everything. So do not be fooled by that. That is a very, very important take for you to know. Because not every gear in here is going to be high rolling. Let's see if we can get some gear drops. If we get a gear drop here, that'd be very, very nice. We'll see. We'll see. It all depends on RNG at this point. I like to show it because I've gotten some gear, but they were just the, typical 32 gear score above gear. And you do have that little gold border when you do see it, but it's not the actual gold border I'm talking about, right? So again, not every gear in here is going to high roll. Now, in terms of drops, it does drop purple to be expected, right? They got to throw in some filler as well. But again, if you are able to get the red gear that is shiny, it is going to high roll everything. Now, that does not mean the rolls are going to be all max, but it is going to be high rolling, which is very, very good. We like that. I think it's going to be good, though. In terms of, like, an actual farming place, does that mean Rift is dead and all that? Honestly, I think no. I think Rift and Hunt are still definitely going to have a place, especially since Hunt is getting buffed in terms of, like, what's coming out. So, as you can see here, we got nothing here that is technically a gold border. So therefore, we're going to have to run it again, right? We will literally have to run this yet again. But now let's go talk about the gear and the hunts and all that good stuff, right? So again, that is pretty much a very, very fast team. Again, I may either cut this now until I do get the gold gear, or I'll just keep on yapping. I'm not too sure yet, all right? But you'll find out, right? You'll see, you'll see. Welcome back. We finally got the gear. I actually missed it. I missed it because I wasn't paying attention or something, but it's all the way down there. You do see this little animation going on, right? That is the Otherworld Epic Ring. As you can tell, there's a big difference in terms of the name. This would just say Epic, and this will say Otherworld Epic Ring. So, what this means is everything you roll on a Otherworld Epic, right, is going to high roll. Literally everything. Now, again, we knew that we didn't know if the substats were going to be max. Now we do know. Maybe we did know. Maybe I didn't see it. But again, the substats are not going to be max when you do get the gear. But when you do roll it, every single roll should be, maxed out. So let's go ahead and show you. +3. It is going to be +8. Right? +6. Again, I'm rolling this for just science at this point. I'm not going to use this ring. +9, again, as you see thus far, it is not too shabby. Another 8 roll, pretty good. Another roll, let me see what's going to be. Another 8 roll. +15, is it going to be 40% attack? Funny enough, no, it's not. All right, again, all max rolls. Very, very good. And I will say this now, you can reset the gear and it's still going to be considered a Otherworld Epic Ring. I am not going to reset this to show you. Now, I will say my biggest complaint is the drop rate for the Otherworld gear. As you can see, I could, farm this quite a bit. We have gotten only one gear. Of all this, only one gear is actually Otherworld Epic Ring. So, hey. I wonder if the hump buff is going to increase the drop rate because, again, I farmed quite a bit, as you can see here, and we didn't get anything until, obviously, a little bit earlier. But keep in mind, it needs to say Otherworld. If it does not say this, it is not going to high roll. Very, very important. And again, you could reset this, and it will still keep it Otherworld. Right? It is already confirmed. I will probably throw up an image on the screen next to a guilty. But again, keep in mind, very good. But the drop rates, horrendous, right? But it's definitely the brand new place to farm if you have leaves, if you have sky stones. It's definitely worth farming it, 100%. Especially since the difficulty is actually pretty easy in hunts. It's the exact same thing. When you farm hunts to the Otherworld hunts is literally the exact same thing as hunting post 13. No difference, just literally just no wave 1, which is another good thing. We'll definitely take that, all right? But other than that, though, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you guys later on. Peace out.